David Biller from Biller and Associates. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
Morning, Dave.
How's everybody doing?
Good. So, David Biller is a public insurance adjuster. He's on to talk about damage to homes caused by the rain. We've had a lot of rain. It just came very fast. I thought because it had been so dry here in Connecticut that the ground would just suck that right up. Like, dusty.
Right.
Yeah, the problem is when you get that much rain all at once and it doesn't stop for as many hours as it rained for, the ground just can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's when it ends up in your basement.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah,
so what's covered, what's not covered?
Well, the problem is that when you get flooding from heavy rains, usually the damage is taking place inland in places that aren't necessarily in flood zones, people that don't necessarily have flood insurance. So if you're one of the lucky few and you have a flood policy, chances are pretty decent that you're going to be all right. But if what you have is a homeowner's policy and only a homeowner's policy, if the water's coming in through your roof, through your skylights, through your above-ground windows and walls, again, chances are you're going to be fine. But if it's coming in through your basement walls, up through the floor, down the Bilco hatch, and you only have a homeowner's policy, you're going to be out of luck. Your only chance if it's in your basement with a homeowner's policy is if you've got a malfunctioning drain or a sump, and then you've got to look for an endorsement in your policy that may give you back some limited coverage.
Oh, boy.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I got water coming up through the ground, making my rug in the basement wet.
That's exactly the problem.
It's coming straight up.
Haven't you had this problem?
I had it wet once before. I don't know how it happened exactly. Maybe I've come in through the Bilco doors, but this time around I know for a fact, because there's nowhere near the Bilco doors, that there's puddles, not puddles, but like large wet areas in my carpet downstairs in the basement. It's coming straight up.
Yeah, the problem is the concrete's porous. There's cracks, there's holes, there's pipes running through, and the water, when it's just around your house like that, it finds a way in.
Yeah.
The other problem is even if you have flood coverage and you've got a basement, there's only limited coverage. If you've got a finished basement, for example, with a flood policy, they'll only cover unfinished sheetrock, insulation, the foundation, the boiler, water heater, things like that. But paneling, paint, carpeting, personal property, not in a flood policy in the basement.
Did my wife do the right thing? What she did was she left the lights on in the basement because she said that mold grows in the dark. So she left the lights on in the basement all night long.
I'll look that one up for you.
Okay, that was David's polite way of saying, oh, my God, you people need help.
She's beautiful, though, man.
Either that or you guys should patent the idea. I don't know. But
all right. That was what she told me yesterday. She goes, I left the lights on.
I'll tell you what, just don't take the carpet out, leave it wet down there, and leave the lights on.
Okay.
And a year from now, if you're still here and alive,
okay,
maybe you're onto something.
All right, cool.
How bad is that carpet going to be if he doesn't take it out?
Going to get nasty.
Yeah,
what happens is the carpets are getting so wet that you can't just let them sit and air dry, because after 2 or 3 days, that's when the mold starts. And once that starts, there's no going back. So the only thing you can do is get somebody down there or get down yourself and suck up the water with a wet vac or something like that.
We have one of those, yeah.
Yeah, if there's padding under the carpet, then you're never going to be able to dry the carpet in the
That's
pad in
gotta go.
place. Yeah, so what you got to do is you got to lift the carpet up, pull the pad out. You got to get air moving down below. The important thing is to do three things: get the water out, get some dehumidifiers down there in order to get the moisture out of the area.
Got one of those, okay.
But get fans running as well. But you want to be careful. You want to get to it in the first 2 to 3 days, because after that you could have a problem with mold.
Yeah,
that can
brother.
spread.